Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Good morning, distinguished audience. Thank you for the lecturers who give us the opportunity to present and for attending to the midterm review of Group 2 project. The title is Inventory of Vacant Land and P40 on Land Management Right of the City Government. So I would extend my gratitude for our main bro, Mr. Pendra Dwi Ramadan STMT, and also our client, Mr. Engineer Farukidinda Rasarandi, for his effective communications throughout the project. So this is all the team members who actively contribute to the project. They are Shirley Aulia, me as a leader Valentino Zemanuel, Rabiatul Adawiyah, Jovan Michael Tambunan, Gera Lahyang, Maximal Pardede, and Luis Enrico Saragi. So our project descriptions is to apply geospatial science in spatial data collections, especially focusing on land cover classifications. There are three class um, main. They are vegetations, vacant land, and built-up area. We also utilize an aerial imagery of a traditional village using a drone. So this is all the output to be produced from the end of the project, such as report, presentation video, presentation slide, etc. as you can see here on the slide. So this is 7 milestones that have been completed by our team, and there are 60% for progress for all the progress on this project. So far we have produced a map illustrating the distributions of traditional village and the data is verified through Tribun Batam News and Batam City government website. Next slide will be present by my member, Serle Aulia. Time is yours.
Okay, the following are the results of land surface mapping on Batam Island using Landsat 9 satellite imagery. The data were downloaded from USGS Air Explorer, processed in Google Earth Engine for index calculation and correction, and the final layout used create in ArcMap. One natural color map. The natural color map display imagery with color. There is some convention, making interpretation easier and more realistic. The band composite use include red band 4, green band 3, and blue band 2. Next, dry soil index map. The DBSE identifies dry non-vegetation soil, helping in mapping dry land and analysis soil condition. It combines the NDVI with SWIR 1 and green band. High DBSE value indicate dry soil, while low value reference vegetation area. Next. Normalize different vegetation area. The DBSE monitor plants ground, assess vegetation health, and detect changes in groundland cover. It is calculated use near and red band. High NDVI values indicate healthy vegetation, while low value reference waterborne or non-vegetation area. Next, bare soil index map. The BSE measure open area with hard vegetation useful for analysis of soil and land use condition. It is calculated use 1 red, near, and blue band. High base value reference bare or open line, while low value in kite areas with denser vegetation. Next slide will be presented by Luis.
The slide shows the NDVI result for Batam Island. NDVI is used to identify built-up or urban area. This index uses SWIR 1 and nearby. Higher values indicate urban development, while lower values show non-urban land. Next. The slide presents the NDVI map of Batam. NDVI is used to detect and monitor water bodies. This index uses the green and nearby. Higher values show water areas and lower values show dry or built-up land. Next. This slide shows the first step of our GE workflow. We set the data range, area of interest, plot limit, Greenham bands for Landsat 9 processing. Next. Next. We remove clouds and correct reflectance values so the Landsat 9 image is clean for analysis. The next slide will present by Max.
Next is the creation of Landsat 9 image composite. The purpose of this script is to obtain a clean Landsat 9 image. We did not use a single Landsat 9 scene. We applied the median compositing technique to eliminate outliers, resulting in a single clean Landsat 9 composite image. Next. Next is the index calculation, whose purpose is to compute and visualize 5 different indexes from the Landsat 9 imagery. These include NDVI, BSI, DBSI, NDBI, and NDWI. Next. And this is our work map, which shows for green GCP, ground control point, the bottom section is RV1, group 2 is area, and the top section is RV2, group 4 is area. Next. And this is the orthophoto map result from the drone photogrammetry conducted by our group. It includes 9 EGP, independent checkpoint. Next will be continued by Rabiato.
Okay, this slide shows the plane drone route with a zigzag pattern and camera setups. Next. Okay, the max parameter 100-meter flight height, 7.99 meter per second speed with time shooting and auto return. Next. Okay, this slide shows the compress the plane and actual flight result. The value are the consistent and accurate. Next. Okay, here we can see the zigzag flight path and the operational checklist to answer safe and efficient flight. Next. Okay, these are the timestamp record for us data capture during the flights. Next, by Gerhard.
Next is independent control point or ICP. So we use ICP for verification and validation of accuracy of photogrammetry result that increase the level of additional accuracy beyond the control point that used for data processing. Next. Next is contribution of PBL course enhancement. For the first one is photogrammetry that we use for aerial mapping of Tanjung Ria village, GIS that we use for analyze spatial data, remote sensing that we use for analyze pakan land, building and vegetation, spatial database that we use for analyze photogrammetry and remote sensing data. Next. Mathematics technology that we use for producing the maps and analysis of Indonesian language that develop our academic speaking skill, English language that we use for prepare for clear pronunciation and proper grammar for presentation. And the last one is basic hydrographic survey that train us for survey planning and spatial data processing. Next. Next is of work and contribution of each. The slide, all members have been contribute for our PBL progress. Next will be explained by Job.
Next problem and solution. First one is a collaboration issue with the static generators equipment. Second one, we had some device issues such as low performance and lagging. Solution the first one is we only use the base station from the drone. And the second one is we took short break for our device. Next slide, please. Next step in the PBL process. The first one is testing accuracy of the satellite classification with ground truth. Next. The second one is implementing of the NDVI, BSI, and DBSI to visualize the difference between bare land, vegetated land, and built-up areas. Next. The third one is processing orthophoto data of all village to obtain optimal accuracy. Next. The last one is overlapping each existing index. Next slide. I give back to the moderator. Okay, I think that's all the explanations for our group. If there's any questions or refinement from all the lectures, feel free to hear. Thank you so much for your attentions.